Good. From here in side control, just a simple defense, something that's valuable defensively from the bottom. My partner's always going to try and keep his solar plexus centered on my own, his butt down, his butt never higher than his head, so he doesn't create an opportunity for me to send him in this direction. So for the guy in the bottom, you can frame his neck and get your blade of your arm nice and tense on his neck. In the olden days, I would use my thumb to reach into his collar or grab his collar, but something needs to frame his neck here. Also, you're going to put a little frame on his hip to keep some tension here. Before I go into the explosive movement of this technique, I like to put pressure on his body and move myself out and make a position where my opponent isn't putting the pressure on me that he was in the first place. Now you get a big explosive movement with your hip up, hip out, and now you'll bring your foot to where your hand is to replace that hand. The foot will push him back, left foot comes into face, and you find yourself in a guard position. Again, he's in side control, his weight's centered on me, his butt is never higher than his head. If he does this, this is a problem because then that momentum sends him that way. He needs his butt down and his head higher than his hip. You push his head here, push his hip here, nice and tense, move your hip out. One explosive movement, hip up, hip out. Your foot replaces your hand. Once your foot gets to his shoulder, he's typically going to continue to press forward on me. You can press him back a little bit, which will allow you then to face. Again, hip up, hip out, foot up and over to the shoulder, push him away, face. Opposite side, press his neck, press his hip up and out, foot up and over to his shoulder, push him away, face. That's a very basic method of getting back to the butterfly guard or the closed guard from a side control position.